from coast to cruise.
Oh my God, that was so much fun!
Good afternoon, everybody. It's your boy, The Legend, and if you couldn't tell by the sign, I'm here at Fun Spot America checking out the new park. Actually, only the first time I've been able to get over here and ride all the rides and things like that. Over here, you see the brand new building with the porte-cochere, of course, a favorite word of our buddy Drew the intern. Home to a new candy shop that actually had some cool candies in it. But I mean, really, the star of the park is right behind me, and that is the White Lightning GCI wooden roller coaster. Really, really fun ride. Crystal smooth. I mean, that's the best part about it. Little pops of airtime. It's fast. It's smooth. It's, you know, it's just as good as the GCI as you thought it would be. A little bit smaller trains than you normally see from GCI. These are, you know, only 6-car trains, but a very, very good ride. You know, pretty much, I mean, like the best roller coaster you could have built with this kind of space that they had here. Of course, the Freedom Flyer is going over here, and this ride actually kind of surprised me. If you ride in the front row, you get some really, really great views of the park and things like that. And also, it's it gets going pretty good, especially down these helixes down here at the end of the ride. So honestly, going in, I thought this ride would be kind of like, but actually it was fun. I got off smiling. I'm like, oh, that's much better than like any like the junior hang and bangs you'll see at any of the old Paramount parks. It is a much better ride than those. Obviously, part of that is it does only feature the lap bar. It does not have the over-the-shoulder restraints to slam your head into. So that, you know, where White Lightning definitely lived up to the hype, this one kind of was kind of a surprise. So good work over here by the guys at Chance Vekoma. Gotta say that, you know, Fun Spot, as we all know, they've improved greatly in the last year or so with this massive expansion. It's pretty cool. You know, it's Saturday afternoon summer, and the rides have lots of people on them. Parking lots are pretty busy. Kids are running without shoes. That kid's gonna beat the other one. I don't know why they're not wearing shoes. That's just gross. Molly, what do you think of feet?
Ew, feet.
Yeah, Molly hates feet. All right, coming around the bend here, you get sort of, when you first walk into the park, you see this American-themed double-decker carousel with the Statue of Liberty up top. And more like the main esplanade, I guess you would say, here at Fun Spot. Really, I love how Freedom Flyer is just smack dab in the middle of the park. You're over park guests, which is something very rarely. You don't see that at a lot of big, you know, big corporate parks are very, very hesitant to put people over people like that. And, you know, there are fees that go along with it. Of course, you got the sign for Freedom Fighter right here, Freedom Flyer, with not Iron Man up there at the top. Cool little ride. Over here, you got one of the portable snack stands that sells funnel cake and fried candy bars, because, well, that's just delicious. I mean, let's be real. Moving along, of course, is the Enterprise. You got White Lightning going along to my right here. So double up, double down, something very rare that you'll find on rides today. Enterprise, of course, a very good ride, classic. This one came from the Six Flags Over Georgia. But of course, they got LED packages on. At night, it looks really, really good. White Lightning coming on back. And Rip Curl, which is your typical Himalaya ride, a little bit faster than normal. And complete with your annoying guy who loves his job. And that girl who can't wait to go on the ride. Very loud, as any of these rides tend to be. That's something. All right. Moving on, across on the other side of the lake, we have some classic rides. Some they moved over from to a new location from the old location. Things like a brand new, the Tilt-A-Whirl's brand new. You got the Paratrooper that infamously got Drew the intern sick. And a Scrambler, so some sort of classic rides. And of course, above the park right there is the 250-foot Sky Coaster, as these guys seem ready to go. So let's try and capture that on film as the music blasts in my ear. There they go. If you've never done one, I do recommend it. It's quite terrifying. Now, what I want to point out to you guys is some of the coolest signs you'll see here at Fun Spot. The first are these pair of bathroom signs. for when you got a tinkle, you're doing the potty dance. If you're a man or a woman. The second best sign of Fun Spot. Now the first best sign of Fun Spot is, of course, this sign here informing you that happy hours from 8 to 9 and 10 to 11 on all domestic and draft beer. So that's good news, guy. You can't get enough beer. I'm going to take you through the food court now, as they call it, the Sky Diner, because I want to show you guys that. And it's a million degrees out, so I want to go in the air conditioning. Air conditioning. Big food court style thing. And you know, they serve very much your traditional style of food you'd find at any ballpark or things like that. You know, cheeseburgers, hot dogs, ice cream, beer, nachos. You know, a very traditional menu here. Most importantly, they do serve beer, and it's not too expensive. $4 for a bottle or a draft. And of course, $3 during happy hour, which I'm happy to see. Your registration for the Sky Coaster is way down there in that aisle where you would come out. Now, unfortunately, it's back to the steamy heat of Central Florida. Why I chose to do this video at 2 in the afternoon on a Saturday is beyond me. Of course, you see, that's one of my favorite parts of the roller coaster. You get really close to the go-kart track right next to it, and you're going 90 degrees right there, so that's, you know, something very cool. This is the go-kart track that they redesigned. It used to feature that really cool double down. Doesn't do that anymore because, well, that was destroying the go-karts, they told me. But it is a new track. You know, part of it was the same as the old one, part of it is not. Moving over here, you've got some Midway games, as any park has to have Midway games. One of the prizes you can win over there is a penguin with a scarf, and that's just adorable. Here you've got one of my favorite rides, and any park that has one of these, I'm always game to go on them. The big old-fashioned slide where you have to hop in the potato sack and go for a ride. Here you've got a Kids Funhouse, which I'm sure is, you know, it's got to be licensed to Scooby-Doo. I mean, there's no way they didn't just paint these on there. I'm sure that's done with full permission of the Warner Brothers company. Right. All right, the third roller coaster here is the Python Pit, Sea Serpent, whatever they call it, a kiddie coaster. I skipped on this one today, as I'm sure when Clint or somebody else and some other roller coaster nerd comes to town, they're going to make me go on it. So I'll wait for that day to come before I hop on the kids coaster and embarrass myself. Save Molly that embarrassment. She didn't have to deal with that today. Big plus. Alrighty, actually, I was surprised because this was sort of added late in the game, but it really works very well where they put it, and it does work. Not a lot of room, so they couldn't have added a much more expensive kiddie coaster. Moving on in the sweltering heat. Definitely enjoyed my time. Now, I did get a deal today on Groupon. Groupon, they had a deal for $9. It was advertised as a go-kart and a roller coaster ride. And it actually turned out to be any kind of ride you wanted to do, just 2 of them. So that's good if you're looking to save a couple bucks, Groupon. Also, I've heard, I think it's Best of Orlando has a deal on wristbands. So if you're looking for a deal on wristbands, you come in here, you're going to spend a couple hours and you want to do everything. Check out that. I think it's Best of Orlando. They sell them for, I think, 28 bucks, which is a deal because they normally go for about 40. Now here we are in the older section where, of course, you got bumper cars, the big old Ferris wheel, an arcade. Now, Fun Spot, they've done a lot. One thing I know myself, Coaster Clint Novak would both agree on. In their arcade, they definitely need a Wizard of Oz machine, which is by far our favorite arcade game out there right now. Now, moving along here is in an area that badly smells like go-kart. You just get hit with it like a big fart, except it smells like gasoline. Is the best way to describe it. I guess they have 4 different tracks: Quad Helix, Conquest, Thrasher, and well, the main Midway. I don't know what's going on there. Kind of cool. They've got the bumper boats with the logo in it. Now these are the kind of bumper boats where you get a water gun and you can squirt other boats or guests standing nearby. So I'm not going to stand here all that much longer. And we're just about done with our tour of Fun Spot, so I hope you enjoyed this. Check out all of our other YouTube videos. We are so close to getting 1 million views that I am getting ready to throw that party. Good times here at Fun Spot. Come check it out. They did a great job. Love, love, love White Lightning. Surprised by Freedom Flyer. And they got go-karts and beer, so who could go wrong? All right, until next time, I'll see you. So another plus about Fun Spot. Right next door is a Sonic, which is home to Tater Tots and the cheesy pretzel bacon hot dog. Awesome.